and working so hard in preparing for today's event. Joining us will be individual speakers from various segments of the community, but I'd like to recognize several people who are here tonight that actually won't be speaking tonight. I'd like to recognize the Reverend Thomas Sweat from AME Zion Methodist Church. Ms. Arlene Lund from the United Way, representing United Way. United Way has been very grateful in helping us put this together. Most people know. And I was waiting for Danny. My name is Kevin Easterling, and I'll be serving as the MC for the night. And my executive director of the project is Mr. Wally DeSumo, and I'd like Wally DeSumo to come over, say a couple words to the people.
Thank you very much, Kevin Easterling. Give all the glories and honor to Almighty God for making this day possible. We all know the reason why we are here. This is a continuation of the legacy of the King, and we all know what it stands for. But today is not a day for a speech, but just to celebrate what we have been able to accomplish. I'd like to give recognition to the memory of my very dear friend, Harry Roberts, who started this from beginning. He was the one that conceived this idea, and he worked on it assiduously for many years until it became real. And as a result of that, we are here today. Please let us give him a minute of silence, please. And we are here today. But we would not be here today if not for the effort of some individual and collective group that made it possible. I'd like to thank my board for working so hard to get us to where we are today. To recognize the board secretary, Kim Capers, the board treasurer, Sharon Fraser, board member, Dr. Olu Akinjuola, board member, Dr. Dwayne Tolson, and Susan Gilmore. Initially, we didn't know what we were doing, but it was able to guide us through that murky path. And it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ken, to recognize Ken Moore. I also like to thank Chris Brown for working so hard on this project. Where's Chris?
Thank you,
Thank you very much, Chris, for all that you have done for us. So, I'm very happy to be here today and to see a cross-section of the community here. With us working together, we will make it happen. Thank you very much.
Is Sonia here? Toller from the Governor's Advisory Commission. Sonia here yet? Okay, we'll skip her. Now I'm going to ask to come to the mic Senator Pat Brown. I'd like to come and say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of your state senate, I'm proud to be with you as we break ground on this permit.
Thanks, Kevin. This is an important day for not only for Allentown, but I think most people don't realize that this particular monument is going to be the first of its kind, not only in this country, but in the world. The first monument ever built to not only Dr. King, but to also honor the memory of his wife, Corretta. And so we will be here in Allentown on the cutting edge of dedicating a monument and a statue to both Dr. King and Corretta Scott King and memorialize their great achievements and accomplishments. You know, I think it's fitting that we're doing it here in Allentown, where only just a few years ago we would not even recognize Martin Luther King Day here in the city. But we have come a long way, have we not, in the city of Allentown. And I am very proud to be here as mayor today to dedicate this statue. I too want to thank Harry's family. If it wasn't for Harry and his dedication and his tenacity to push this thing through, I don't think we'd be here today. So let's give Harry another round of applause. But, you know, I think it is so fitting that we are here to dedicate this statue, especially in this time, this contentious time in our nation's history. Dr. King's words ring truer now than ever. In fact, there's one quote that I often remember that I think is very powerful, especially for today. He said, "We must live together as brothers or perish together as fools." And in this day, this contentious time that we have, his words ring true. And may this statue, may this dedication, may this place be a remembrance for all of us that we need to live together as brothers or we will perish together as fools. So thank you so much for being here. And Kev, thank you for all your hard work and efforts.
Thank you, Kevin. I just want to echo the words of the mayor. As the mayor said, the city of Allentown has come a long way. I remember the day standing in City Hall talking to the then mayor about closing the city to honor Dr. Martin Luther King and what he had accomplished. And now we're standing here today breaking ground to build a monument to not only to him but to his wife as well, to honor not only what he has done but his wife has done. And when you think about the monument, monuments are made to commemorate what people have done, but those people have gone on, and the monument stands for all who are living to see and to remind us that Dr. Martin Luther King stood for people living together in peace and harmony, and for us to be able, especially in this day and age, to recognize the fact that all of us are different, but we're all God's people, and as all of God's people, we are all created equal, and that we need to be able to live together in peace and harmony. I want to congratulate Kevin and his committee on the work that they've done to date, but in particular, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't say that Harry Roberts, who was a friend of mine, Harry and I talked many times about the monument and his desire and his wish and the tenacity that he had in pushing this idea forward. I remember visiting Harry in the hospital on his last day that he was here with us, and Harry was still talking about the monument. He was still talking about that foremost and not even concerned about his own physical health. And so I wanted to say today that we all not only are here to commemorate the groundbreaking ceremony, but also to commemorate a great idea, because not all heroes are well known. But in this community, I consider Harry Roberts to be a great hero. And this is also going to be a monument to commemorate the spirit that he showed to be the community leader that was able to get out front and get this done. Thank you.
I know. I saw what I need to say.
I did want to have one other person speak representing the Department of Community and Economic Development. Her name is Sonia Toner. She's the executive director.
Justice when it comes to education. It's justice when it comes to employment, health care. There's still plenty of things that King was talking about in his speech, talking about the fierce urgency of now.